You're listening to the Unfinished Projects podcast with your host, Amy Chance. And now for the show.
Welcome to the Unfinished Projects podcast, where rejected ideas are accepted. I'm Amy Jans. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, at Amy J. Jans. Yeah, okay. So today's episode, I have always loved to think about history, okay? And it gives you a lot to learn and reflect and accept. So these next few episodes, I really want to dig into unfinished projects of the world, like in history. I thought that would be fun. Today's is pretty interesting. It is the, ready? Unfinished project of the 2nd Avenue subway line in New York City. You're like, what? No, it's interesting. It's, oh my goodness, almost a century in the making, okay? And they just finished phase 1 in 2017. Almost a century, okay? And, I mean, reading up about this, it makes you appreciate the process and where you're currently at in life. Because if something with millions of funding had setbacks and obstacles and it took time, I mean, let's just be way more gentler. Gentler? Is that a word? Gentler. Okay. Gentler. More gentle. I mean, come on. You know what I mean. It's one of those words. I will mess it up, but it's like, you know what I mean. Grammar police, back off. Okay. Anyway, let's be gentler. Sorry, I had to do it. Let's be gentler on ourselves, okay? Anyway. Yeah, I'm stewing in that. I need to research. Is it gentler? Okay, let me look it up right now. I mean, I'll be stewing if I don't. All right. Is gentler a word? Gentle. Okay, so I typed in, is gentler a word? Came back with gentle.
Gentle.
Huh.
Gentle. 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 Gentle.
Okay, I had to do it. All right. And it said comparative adjective, gentler. Okay. Yes. So according to the Google Dictionary, okay, from Oxford Language, yeah, gentler, having or showing mild, kind, or tender temperament of character. Oh, but then they say he was a gentle, sensitive man. Beats the heck out of me. You know, there should be a Google yes or no, where you'd say, hey, is this it? Yes or no? I don't want to go into abstractness sometimes. You know, I'm my default. I'm abstract. I chill in the surreal. You know what I mean? I chill there. That's my home. So, you know, it'd be nice. Yes or no? Just give me a solid answer, right? It's like excuses. You type, you want an answer, you get excuses, right? I mean, come on. Maybe I should be better in my search terms. Okay, so people also ask, is it more gentle or gentler? Here we go. Most dictionaries list, now this is according to English.stackexchange.com. Most dictionaries list gentler as a comparative form of gentle, but more gentle also sounds correct. Okay. Comparative form. Like, no. Is that a yes or no? Right? Comparative form? I mean, whatever. Doesn't matter. Also, in life, unfinished projects, this is on topic. This rabbit hole rant. Okay. Do we need to know everything? No. Okay. As I get older, I keep telling myself, oh yeah, I gotta not need to know, right? I probably waste hours of my day needing to know. I just need to know. I mean, it makes me so angry in life that I can never master everything like a craft. Like, I want to be perfect everything in the world. You name it, hang gliding, math, coding. That's one of the most irritating things to me is that there's not enough time in this lifetime to be brilliant at literally everything. That'd be a cool superpower. Remember Encyclopedia Brown? That was a cool book. I like that book, Encyclopedia Brown. Good stuff. That was his shtick. He knew everything. So cool. Anyway, back to New York City, 2nd Avenue subway. Okay, this was pretty interesting. I'd like to disclose right away, these facts may be fiction. Like, so, I mean, back in the day, remember when you do research at the library? Okay, those books you got that information from, pretty solid. The Britannica Encyclopedia. This is the second time I'm talking about encyclopedia. Let's appreciate encyclopedias. And anyway, like the source, getting information from encyclopedias back in the day, solid. I do a report at school. Boom, boom, works cited. Facts. Now, I mean, just doing research online for facts, it's like, I don't, it's kind of like you gotta lift it, you gotta, is this accurate? Are you throwing opinion in here? Like, anyway, so my point is take this with a grain of salt. This is what I think based on fact, but I mean, hey, if there's a little bit of fiction and it's not true, this is done by research at 4 a.m. in a Google rabbit hole. So my point is, do your own research, okay? If another element to this, please comment it below. Um, you know, love talking to people with stories and more information. Okay. All right. So abandoned construction, I started thinking about how I really am interested in abandoned construction projects. Okay. And then I was like, whoa, what about abandoned New York City construction projects? That was interesting. And oh my goodness, there's so much abandoned New York City construction projects. So then I went down to the 2nd Avenue subway line. Intriguing. Piqued my interest. So now, because I want to remind you, if you are hard on yourself for not finishing a project, just remember, think about the 2nd Ave subway line. Millions of dollars. Still not finished. They don't even have a solid timeline. I think they mapped it out into 4 phases. They just finished phase 1, 2017. They just unveiled plans for phase 2. It's okay. Projects take time, patience, self-love, right? Anyway, all right. Okay, so I would like to cite my source. It is Wikipedia. Oops. Teachers and professors, they're like, do not use Wikipedia. Do not. And I'm like, I'm an adult. I can use Wikipedia if I want to. Beauty of an adult. You ever forget you're an adult? You're like, you know what? I can do what I want. Rules. I can do it. So I'm using Wikipedia in respect to rebelling. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So I did get a lot of information from Wikipedia. Where else? Okay, I'll put the links below. WNYC.org, they had an interesting article, A Brief History of the Second Avenue Subway Line, published December 30th, 2016 by Stephen Nesson. Okay, that was very interesting. Also, another article that was interesting is untappedcities.com. Okay, 5 things in NYC we can blame on Robert Moses. That was interesting. This will all connect. Just hang in there. Philippe Martin Chatelain. Chatelain. I'll leave that link. Okay. So we got info there. And then I got information from Wi-Fi load faster. Here we go. NBCNewYork.com. Okay. And the article, Closer Look Inside Next Phase of Second Avenue Subway Stations. That was published very recently, November 24th, 2021. Okay, and there's no author. Who did? Okay, yeah. Anyway, all right. So works cited laid out. Okay, so after World War One, New York City blooming and booming. Okay, and so in the 1920s, the idea was proposed to have the Second Avenue subway line. They wanted subway lines with every major avenue. Okay, that was the plan. Awesome, exciting, beautiful. Then, 1929 rolls by. It's coming. The Great Depression. Great Depression. Yikes. All right. So here the independent, it wasn't the MTA back then, it was the independent subway system. Okay, that's what it was back then. So plans changed with life, disaster will happen and you gotta, kind of shift to the new form of what life is. World War II comes and inflation is incredibly high. So then this guy, Robert Moses, he allegedly put a halt to the Second Avenue subway station because he preferred, what was it? Oh, yeah. He was like, I like highways. So he allegedly didn't want the subway expansion because he liked infrastructure of highways. Like, dude, such backward thinking, this guy, Robert Moses. Okay? Just gonna blame pollution, congestion, potholes, Robert Moses. I'm just gonna blame him. That's like 1942, 1954. It was put to a halt again. Okay, so then 1968, federal funding for subways happened. 1972-ish or something like that, a mile of a tunnel was built. Okay, and then a couple years later, city's in financial crisis again. Construction of the Second Avenue subway stopped. So that's the 70s. Okay, then fast forward 2004. Okay, overcrowded. Wow, still overcrowded. Would you look at that? So 2004, the Second Avenue subway line was approved for 4 phases. Exciting. Okay. And that's to go all the way up to 125th Street. And fast forward 2017, finally, phase 1 was finished and it had 4 subway stops. Okay, and those 3, no. 3 new subway stops. So 72nd Street, 86th Street, and 96th Street on the Q train. 2017, and I think they plan on, picking up with phase 2, and the pandemic hit. Anyway, so the latest update is around Thanksgiving of this year, Governor Kathy Hochul, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, said that they will start up again phase 2, which is expected to start sometime in 2022. And guess when it's expected to finish? Go ahead, close your eyes and guess. Just take a wild guess when 2022 is going to finish. I mean, phase 2. 2030. Yes, 2030. Things take time, and that's it. Second Avenue, to me, was a story about acceptance, but also struggle, and life will throw hurdles at you. But this is the little engine that could, no pun intended, this Second Avenue subway stop. And it's just, you just keep going. When life throws you curveballs, you just pick up. You just pick up and revisit the project at your present moment and what tools you currently have available. So that's what this story, this moment in history really spoke to me, is the beauty of that is like, you know what? You could have an idea for something and it's totally okay to pick it back up and continue it. Okay. And this is about a century in the now we're in 2022. So yeah, it'll be over a century in the making. So dreams don't die. It's okay. It's okay to put them on pause. And I read this quote, which I thought was, you could summarize to a lot in terms of projects. You could zoom out to this quote. This is a zoom out quote. You could apply it to a lot of stuff. So, Governor Kathy Hochul said, "The dreams have always been there, but money never matched dreams." Kind of made me sad reading that. I'm going to read it again. "The dreams have always been there, but money never matched dreams." And that's by Governor Kathy Hochul. Yeah, I think you could apply that to your current dreams. Or, I mean, like, we're so hard on ourselves sometimes for not finishing a project, but it's okay because, if you don't have the resources, no judgment. You're doing the best you can. Okay, guys. So I got my little crystals here, citrine, and I think this is green fluorite. I think so. But yeah, this is creativity, positivity, and I think money because it's green. I don't know. But anyway, I'm sending everybody's dreams to match up with the money. Yeah. All right. Affirmation. Yo, guys, you got to check out ASMR Reiki. Type it in. It sounds weird, but it's actually so relaxing. ASMR Reiki, relaxing. It's like the best. But they talk like this. They're like, "You are awesome. You are so relaxed. Money is coming your way." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is great. This is spa." So yeah, your dreams, I'm sending you guys that your dreams are going to match up with your money. I'm sending you money. Money's coming your way. Health, happiness, safety, security. Yes. Okay. Money, safety, security, creativity, happiness, health is coming your way. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching the Unfinished Projects podcast. I'm Amy Jans. Subscribe to all my stuff at Amy J Jans. And may you have a very productive day. And if you don't, that's totally okay too. Forget product. I feel like there's this intimidation of productivity. You got to be productive. You know what? You don't have to. You could relax. Forget, the pressure, being productive. Sometimes your brain just doesn't want to flow and it wants to relax. And then, in a few days, you'll have a productive day. We're not robots. Like, That shouldn't be some epiphany. Like, oh, I'm not a robot. Okay. I have human organs, a human heart, a human head, brain, human organs. Anyway, did you guys know that the tongue is an organ? I just found that out. Like, I saw that fact, I think probably on like a Snapple water bottle or something, iced tea. I saw that fact. Your tongue is an organ. I totally forgot. And then years go by, and somehow I rediscover that your tongue is an organ. And I'm like, what the heck? That's fascinating. So, anyway, yeah. The more you know, right? Anyway, you knew that. You guys are rolling your eyes. All right, guys. Hoping you guys have an amazing, amazing day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Follow, subscribe, and leave a good review if you can. Have an awesome day. Sending you a magical amount of safety, health, happiness, and money.